One small step for man, the moon landing and its legacy. On July 20th, 1969, the world watched in awe as Neil Armstrong took his first steps on the moon. This monumental event, broadcast live on television, marked a pivotal moment in human history. The Apollo 11 mission, a culmination of years of scientific research and technological advancements, was a testament to human ingenuity and the indomitable spirit of exploration. The moon landing transcended national boundaries, uniting people across the globe in a shared sense of wonder and achievement. It ignited the imaginations of millions and inspired generations to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The technological innovations that emerged from the space race, from satellite communication to GPS technology, continue to shape our world today. However, despite the overwhelming evidence supporting the authenticity of the moon landing, conspiracy theories claiming it was a hoax have persisted for decades.
Whispers of doubt. Conspiracy theories take root. In the years following the Apollo 11 mission, whispers of doubt began to emerge, questioning the validity of the moon landing. What was once a monumental achievement for humanity soon became the subject of intense scrutiny and skepticism. These whispers, initially confined to fringe groups, gradually gained traction, fueled by a growing distrust of authority and a fascination with alternative narratives. People began to gather in small groups, discussing and debating the possibility that the moon landing was an elaborate hoax. The advent of the internet provided a fertile ground for these theories to proliferate, reaching a wider audience than ever before. Online forums and websites dedicated to conspiracy theories became hotspots for those questioning the moon landing, allowing them to share their doubts and evidence with like-minded individuals. Conspiracy theorists allege that the moon landing was staged by the United States government, motivated by a desire to win the space race against the Soviet Union. They claim that the intense competition between the two superpowers created a situation where the US felt compelled to fake the landing to assert its dominance in space exploration. They argue that the event was filmed on a Hollywood soundstage or in a remote desert location, carefully orchestrated to deceive the public. According to these theorists, the government enlisted the help of filmmakers and special effects experts to create a convincing illusion of a lunar landing. These claims, often presented with an air of authority and accompanied by seemingly compelling evidence, have captivated the imaginations of many, leading to widespread skepticism and debate. Proponents of the theory point to anomalies in the moon landing footage, such as the behavior of the flag and the absence of stars in the sky, as proof of their assertions. The persistence of these conspiracy theories, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, raises important questions about the nature of belief, the pervasiveness of misinformation, and the importance of critical thinking in the digital age. As these theories continue to spread, they challenge us to examine how we discern truth from fiction and the role of media in shaping our perceptions of reality. Experts and scientists have tirelessly worked to debunk these conspiracy theories, presenting irrefutable evidence of the moon landing's authenticity. From rock samples brought back from the moon to the testimonies of astronauts and mission control personnel, the evidence supporting the moon landing is vast and compelling. Yet, in the age of social media, misinformation can spread like wildfire, often outpacing the efforts to correct it. Viral posts and videos can reach millions, perpetuating falsehoods and sowing doubt among the public. This phenomenon underscores the need for media literacy and critical thinking skills to navigate the complex landscape of information in the digital era. Educational institutions play a crucial role in fostering these skills, helping individuals to critically evaluate the information they encounter. By promoting a deeper understanding of science and history, educators can equip the next generation with the tools needed to discern fact from fiction and appreciate the monumental achievements of human exploration. As we celebrate the anniversaries of the moon landing, it is important to remember the incredible feat it represents and to honor the dedication and bravery of those who made it possible. By confronting and debunking conspiracy theories, we can ensure that the legacy of the Apollo missions remains untarnished and continues to inspire future generations. Unraveling the evidence, a closer look. The moon landing, one of humanity's greatest achievements, has been the subject of intense scrutiny and debate over the years. Conspiracy theorists point to a range of evidence to support their claims, often presenting photographs or video footage from the moon landing as proof of their fabricated nature. They argue that the images and videos were staged, meticulously crafted to deceive the public. One of the most common arguments centers around the American flag planted on the lunar surface, which appears to wave in the wind despite the moon's lack of atmosphere. This, they claim, is clear evidence of a hoax, as there should be no wind to cause the flag to move. Another piece of evidence frequently cited is the absence of stars in the photographs taken on the moon. Conspiracy theorists argue that the stars should be visible in the background, and their absence suggests that the photos were taken in a studio setting. Conspiracy theorists argue that if the landing was genuine, the stars would be clearly visible in the background. They believe that the omission of stars was a mistake made by those who staged the landing, as they forgot to include them in the backdrop. They also point to the shadows cast by objects on the lunar surface, claiming that they are inconsistent with the sun being the sole source of light. According to them, the shadows should all be parallel if the sun was the only light source, but the photos show otherwise. These arguments, while seemingly convincing at first glance, crumble under closer scrutiny. Experts have provided detailed explanations for each of these points, debunking the conspiracy theories with scientific evidence and logical reasoning. The scientific explanations for these phenomena are readily available, yet conspiracy theorists often dismiss them as part of the elaborate cover-up. For instance, the flag appears to wave due to the way it was planted and the lack of air resistance, causing it to move for a longer period. The absence of stars is due to the camera settings used to capture the bright lunar surface, which made the stars too faint to be seen. The shadows, on the other hand, are a result of the uneven terrain on the moon, causing them to appear non-parallel. Despite the overwhelming evidence supporting the authenticity of the moon landing, conspiracy theories continue to persist, fueled by misinformation and a distrust of official narratives.
Section 4. Science Speaks, Debunking the Myths. In this section, we will delve into some of the most persistent myths surrounding the moon landing and provide scientific explanations to debunk them. One of the most common claims is that the American flag appears to be waving in the wind, which is impossible in the vacuum of space. However, this claim is easily debunked with a closer look at the flag's design and the conditions on the moon. The flag was designed with a telescoping pole to give it the appearance of waving. This design choice was made to ensure the flag would be visible and appear to be proudly displayed. The ripples in the fabric are due to it being folded during the journey to the moon, and the lack of atmosphere means the flag remains in the position it was placed. Another point of contention is the absence of stars in the photographs taken on the moon. Some argue that this indicates the photos were staged. However, this can be explained by the limitations of camera technology at the time and the conditions under which the photos were taken. The bright lunar surface and the astronauts' white suits required a fast shutter speed and a small aperture to avoid overexposure. These settings made it impossible to capture the faint light of stars in the background. The cameras were optimized to capture the astronauts and the lunar surface, not the distant stars. Inconsistencies in shadows are another frequently cited anomaly. Critics claim that the shadows should be parallel if the sun is the only light source. However, this is a misunderstanding of how shadows work on uneven terrain. The uneven lunar surface can create optical illusions, making shadows appear to converge or diverge in ways that seem unnatural. Rocks, craters, and the varied landscape all contribute to these visual effects, which are perfectly natural and expected in such an environment. Additionally, the perspective from which the photographs were taken can further distort the appearance of shadows. Different angles and the position of the camera can make shadows look inconsistent, but this is a common occurrence in photography, not evidence of a hoax. Scientists and experts have repeatedly debunked these claims, providing detailed explanations grounded in physics and photographic principles. They have analyzed the photos, the conditions on the moon, and the technology used, and have consistently found that the evidence supports the authenticity of the moon landing. Yet conspiracy theories persist, highlighting the challenge of combating misinformation and the enduring power of belief. Despite overwhelming evidence and expert testimony, some people continue to believe in these myths. This underscores the importance of critical thinking and scientific literacy in understanding and interpreting the world around us.
Section 5. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, overwhelming proof. The evidence supporting the authenticity of the moon landing is overwhelming. Hundreds of pounds of lunar rocks were brought back from the Apollo missions, analyzed by scientists worldwide. These rocks, with their unique composition and isotopic ratios, provide irrefutable proof of their extraterrestrial origin. Moreover, the moon landing was independently tracked and verified by other countries, including the Soviet Union. Picha ay baamo itsay hindi ko de engaged in a fierce space race with the United States at the time. The idea that a global conspiracy could have been orchestrated to fake such an event involving thousands of scientists, engineers, and technicians is simply not credible. The evidence is clear that the moon landing was not a hoax. It was a real event, a testament to human ingenuity and the power of scientific exploration.